the Madden cover came out.
It did. It was who we thought it was.
Pretty much, it
along
was.
with pretty much everyone else.
They didn't get super creative with it.
They did not.
I mean, that's it.
First time they've had repeat players.
First time they had repeat players. Second time they've had 2 players.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring to me. I don't know how you feel about it. We haven't discussed it yet.
I mean, I just hope it's Mahomes that gets hurt instead of Brady.
Oh, so yeah, in terms of thinking about the curse, if one, yeah.
I mean, hopefully neither one of them gets hurt. But,
Yeah.
that would really throw a wrench in us repeating if Brady goes down.
Yes, it would.
That would force Gabbard or Trask or.
Do we have Gabbard still?
Yeah, they signed him back.
Oh, okay. I wasn't. Yeah. I thought he didn't come back, but
which was odd. It didn't seem like they were going to, and then they did, and they drafted Trask, which.
Right. Do you think they would go with Trask? I don't know. I guess it really depends on where we were at in the season.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna try and put Trask in there too early. Maybe if there's a preseason, they might.
Maybe
put him in there, but
maybe we get some blowouts.
Yeah,
that would be cool to see. Actually, that would be ideal. Really, we get a couple blowout games and we get him in there and get him some snaps. That would be pretty good.
That's probably the only scenario other than everyone else going down in front of him. Which you
think if Brady were to get injured and couldn't start, you think, and we were like, in the thick of it, right, in the season, 3-0, 4-0, you think they would go with Gabbard?
Yeah.
To try to get the best chance to win.
I think he has probably the best grasp on the system, and when he did come in and play, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
It was against the Lions, but
true.
He came in and threw a few touchdowns, and it's pretty good.
He'll definitely Trask will definitely play in preseason. I mean, there's only 3 preseason games, right?
I think so.
I think they did away with one because of the longer schedule.
Unless they do even less than that. Who knows? Never know how everything's going these days.
I think they got it down to 3 because they added an extra regular season, and then probably if they extend it to 18 games like they want to do, like we had talked about before, they'll probably reduce it to 2 preseason games.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably better. I think 4 preseason games is kind of a lot.
Yeah, have those 2 games, and you can primarily use it for the people that are trying to make the team and focus on those players rather than risk your starters and all that kind of stuff.
Like how many snaps or drives does the starting unit need to really get back up to game speed? It's like, what is it? Was it the 4th preseason game they usually play like the entire first half, or do they scale it back? I honestly don't really pay attention to preseason that much.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the backups and third stringers that play the final game. It's like they play a little bit in the beginning just to kind of stay fresh, get their feet wet and stuff.
Yeah.
In like the first few preseason games, but yeah, at the end it's pretty much like, all right, these are the guys on the bubble. We need to get a better look at these guys. So
yeah.
Let's see what's what.
Just trying to see if I could get the time in there. That's usually pretty helpful. I like seeing that.
Oh yeah, how long we're.
Of course it is. It's down there too, all the time. But
nice.
I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Literally the cover is just these 2 guys on a bench.
Yeah. I mean, you think that's gonna be the definite cover they go with, or you think that's just them kind of revealing it?
That's yeah. Is this like a promo photo of these are the cover guys? This isn't necessarily the cover. I think this is the cover. Like something with that photo and this, this paneling, right? They got for some reason, I don't know, because that's kind of the aesthetic they go with. Even with Madden 21, they kind of have this aesthetic. I mean,
have they ever done anyone without their helmet on?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't remember whether they did that or not. We did the whole video on it.
Right. I don't think they have. I mean, personally, I prefer like this cover with the 2 players. It's an action shot.
Yeah.
You got
That's
the
why I
colors.
wonder if that's not going to be the final thing. If it's just kind of like, yep, you had it. It's two goats, but
Yeah, so I mean, you're thinking maybe they just revealed the athletes and not necessarily the cover.
right.
I mean,
I mean,
it could be.
it's possible with photo shoots like that. They're probably shooting 500 different shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At least.
for sure. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about Madden 22 because I guess there's already videos coming out on YouTube and stuff like Madden 22 sucks. Like,
People are already playing it.
I don't know if they got to play it or they're just reading the updates like here's what's coming to franchise mode and people are like that
okay.
sucks. That's nothing. As normal with Madden.
Yeah, I mean they take everything out that kind of made it what it was, and they try and create all these new side games and ultimate teams and the yard and all that.
I think, like you said at one time, they should just make 2 games. They should just make 2 NFL games. One that's arcade and fantasy driven with all those side modes.
Yeah.
Because like that back in the day, EA tried to make Head Coach, which was
Right.
even more
Yeah.
simulation based, right? Which flopped. Maybe it was too far, or maybe it was ahead of its time. Maybe people nowadays would love Head Coach
Yeah.
because franchise sucks so bad, and they want that depth.
Yeah.
Maybe Head Coach, they should just try and revive that. Or again, split NFL arcade modes and, MUT, your ultimate team crap, yard,
Yeah.
and then have a separate, really deep franchise game.
Yeah, I mean, you figure they already have the build outs for it already, it wouldn't take as much programming, I feel like, for the older sort of style games as like the new stuff that they're trying to do with all these card packs. And
that's what's funny. You could probably literally bring back Madden franchise from the years we played it, 2010 or 8 or whatever the hell it was,
yeah.
and people would love it. And it literally wouldn't be anything new.
Yeah.
It'd be stuff from over 10 years ago.
Yeah, with all the uniforms you could design.
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
uniforms, the moving people, like, I guess you can still do the stadium pricing and setting all the concessions and all that, which we haven't ever tinkered with lately, but
Not with this new one, no.
yeah. Used to be able to do so much stuff. Creating players, I mean, like the draft class stuff.
Yeah. I feel like they still have some of it, but it's on a much
Watered down.
smaller.
Yeah.
Because I mean, maybe people just weren't really doing it as much, and you only hear from the people that did like it. You know what I mean? It's like small amount of people.
I don't know. I mean, I'm torn though, because I kind of just my ideology on purchasing stuff is to vote with your dollars, right? And if you hate Madden so much, then you got to stop buying it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People bitch about it every year and then they go buy it.
Yeah, they still want it.
You're positively reinforcing
It's like
EA's lack of caring. Like why would we change anything? You keep buying it.
Yeah.
We don't care if you complain. You can
It's
do
like
it
a
all
drug.
day.
You just want it because it's new, and it's
Well, that's the problem. I bought the 2018 one because I was like, I really want to play a football game. I had the football itch,
Yeah.
and I'm like, let's see what 2018's about. And I got it, and I played a few games, and I'm like, I mean, it's still a playable football game. But you would think EA would be going for a bar much higher than playable. It's like the premier football franchise. You own the NFL's licensing. You can literally make the best NFL game ever.
yeah.
And
you
they
can-
don't want to.
or make multiple ones,
Or make
yeah,
multiple.
which gives you even more revenue if more people want to buy the different varieties of it. But
Possibly. You might have people buy both.
or expansion packs, like just whatever, like add on to one game, or like kind of pick your package that you want for each game or whatever.
Yeah,
Could be kind of cool. Just have their own.
that's true. They could sell the base game. And that's a complaint a lot of people have too. It's just not worth $60 every year. 'Cause
Yeah.
You literally are not getting a new game. You're getting a copy of the old game with updates. So how can you charge the new game price, like $30?
Right.
Okay. Or just have the base game and just update it every year and sell the upgrade
Right.
for $30.
Yeah, here's your update. Just pay for your update.
Yeah, and like you said, if you want the Ultimate Team stuff, maybe that's an add-on. People can pile money into that if they want. Hey, if you want super deep franchise update, you can pile money into that if you want. That's more of a PC approach, though. That's kind of the problem. I think it has to be on consoles, so it's like... I don't know enough about programming and stuff, or space. It might be a space issue. I really don't know, but...
Yeah, I mean, you would think with the way that they can do pretty much anything online nowadays, that it would be super easy to do something like that, whether it's PC or a console, you know, because you have huge hard drives and whatnot in those consoles now that you can just download a game. And
that's pretty much how it all is now. I mean, nobody really uses discs. I'm not gonna say nobody, but
yeah,
I don't remember the last time I went and bought a physical copy of a game. It's just easier now, especially even on PlayStation. You can just download it.
Yeah, Play Store or whatever it's called.
Yeah, PlayStation Network or Xbox, and then the same with PC. You know, you got Steam, Origin, Epic, Uplay. Like, there's so many different launchers now. Rockstar has their own like thing, so you don't got to go to the store anymore and buy games, which kind of sucks because you used to pay that $60 price tag, and you would get a physical thing, right? You would get a disc, you would get the case, you would get the artwork and the book.
Mm-hmm.
That all costs money to produce.
Right now, they're not having to.
You don't
spend
get
the
any
money
of
on
that crap. Yeah, they're saving the money on any of that, and you're still paying $60. So it's like they didn't pass that savings on to us.
Yeah.
You know,
which is smart on their part. They're still
people are so used to
raking
paying
it in.
$60 for a game. You just like roll that over, like you still pay $60 and no one questions it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm on the fence, man. Like, I think for this, you know, for a channel and for content and keeping up with current football stuff, that justifies the purchase, even if it's not what people want. But then I'm like stuck in, do I want to give them my money?
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, I'm okay buying it. I'm not okay with giving them my money, though. Is kind of where I'm stuck with, you know?
What's the in between of that?
I don't know. I need to. If we could buy it secondhand, so someone else gave them the money and then I give them money back. I don't know. Which again,
but then they're still getting the money, so
they are, but they're not getting it twice, which is what they would do otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are you saying? Like, have a community copy?
I mean,
there has to be some kind of licensing rules against that.
Well, you know, again, going back to, like, you used to be able to buy secondhand copies of games, which I could do if I wanted to get it on the PS4, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather have it on PC, and I don't think they release a physical copy of a PC game like Madden. Or really any game anymore. Maybe some of the really big ones you might find on disc, but I don't think that's a thing anymore, so... There's no way to get a disc secondhand.
A lot of computers don't even have the ROM anymore.
Right. That too. That's another.
Like everything's those little USB flash drives or SD
Which
cards.
you would think they would sell games on that, but really piracy was such an issue with discs that the industry is so glad they got away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would have a number that came with the disc, and once you use that number on that disc, like, even if you sold that disc to somebody, they couldn't use that number, so you couldn't secondhand PC games back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you had that one-time code.
Right. Which then attaches to, like, your account, and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think of this Madden cover? Or Madden in general? Are you going to buy it?
Or the curse?
Or the curse. Who's going to get cursed here? Probably no one.
Hopefully not.